Hi, writers. So I want you to think about a time that you convinced someone to let you do something you wanted to do, get something you wanted to get, play the game you wanted to play. Maybe you were able to convince mom and dad to let you stay up a little bit later. Maybe you were able to convince grandma to give you that extra cookie, or you were able to convince your friend to play basketball instead of football. Think about one of those times for a second, because I know you guys can be really convincing when you want to be. And today we're going to take that and use it to help us in writing. So today we are continuing our work on our baby literary essays, and we are in Bent 2, Session 12. Writers revise by pulling evidence from across the text. So this is what you need to know, writers. One way to push yourself is to find evidence from different parts of the text. You might look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story and really try to pull an example from each one. So let me show you. Here is another mentor text for us to read. And you can notice just from the colors in my paragraphing, here's my introduction, my body, and my conclusion. Do you have someone in your life that you really care for? In Indian Shoes, Ray and Grandpa Half Moon have a caring relationship. For example, Ray is willing to give up his shoes to help his grandpa. He watches the woman buy the moccasins and walk out the door. He thinks about how homesick his grandpa is. Then he says to the woman, "I've got some Indian shoes you could use. Beats me who made 'em, but they're for sure Indian worn." This is important because Ray is willing to trade the high tops he has on for moccasins. He might not even have shoes to wear home. As you can see, Ray and Grandpa Half Moon have a really caring relationship. So today we're focusing in on the body. And I do have some great evidence, and I'm working to convince in here. But if you think about the story, my only evidence comes from the end of the story. And I want to make sure I can prove that this is true more than once. So I want to think about the beginning or the middle. Let's take a look at this version. I didn't change my intro or my conclusion, so we're just going to focus on what I added to the body. In the beginning of the story, Ray shows he cares about Grandpa because he notices how he is feeling. The text said he was quiet, Ray realized. This proves Ray cares about Grandpa's feelings. Another example. So now I've made it even better. I've told you at least 2 times that Ray is thoughtful and shows that he is caring and their relationship is caring. So I went from just for example to showing in the beginning and another example. So your turn today. You're going to go off and look at one of your flash drafts about Indian shoes. And I really want you focusing on the body part. Do you have evidence from the beginning, the middle, and the end? One way you might do this is looking at this graphic organizer. And this is also on page 47 in your writer's notebook. It kind of looks like a big sandwich, right? You've got your introduction and your conclusion as your buns. And then here's all the yummy stuff in between your sandwich. Think of your favorite sandwich. What's all that good stuff you want in the middle? And even some great sentence starters to help you in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. So one thing you might do is almost work backwards. Go look at one of your drafts and see if you could fill in all of these body pieces. And if you're missing some of them, now you can use this as your plan sheet to go look for that evidence, look for that proof, be convincing, and you can plan here to work on your body. In your student notebook, you do have a spot for revision here, and you can also revise back on your actual drafts. So your job today is I can draft or revise body paragraphs for my flash draft. So you might look and feel like you just want to redraft and want to add more paragraphs, or you might be pretty happy with what you have and you just need to do some revision. I know I'm successful when I find pieces of evidence from different parts of the text, and I separate different pieces of evidence into paragraphs. And that's what this graphic organizer is designed to help you with as well. If you look back at my examples, I had one body paragraph, but then when I had evidence from different parts of the story, I split it into two. This graphic organizer will help you do that as well. So look first to see what is in your body already and where it would belong in this organizer, and then try to fill in the other pieces. One other important point today as you are writing is don't forget your transition words. And again, if you're following along here, there's some great ones built in right here for you. In the beginning, in the middle, in the end, tell us where in the story this is happening. One example is, another example is. At the end, when we come back to share, I want to hear how many body paragraphs that you put in. Where did you find that strong evidence? And when you're done today as well, make sure to take a moment to look again at your checklist and make sure you've got all of those pieces in your writing. All right, writers, off you go.